I'm Dr. Sergi. I'm a chiropractor, and I've been in practice for 25 years, and I specialize in a technique called nutrition response testing. What I love about this technique is that I can get to the underlying cause of why a patient has a particular health problem. And once I figure out the cause, I can actually create an individualized, customized nutrition and life guidance program for that person. So what we're going to do today is actually we are going to demonstrate how this technique works. Nutrition response testing has three different components to it. One is going to be muscle testing. Two is going to be neurological reflexes. Three is going to be homeopathic dilutions. So first we're going to start with the muscle testing. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be demonstrating this particular person, and then what we're going to be doing is that as I push down towards her legs, she's going to push towards her head. And what we're looking for is the response of her arm. So what we're going to do is we're going to press, and what we see here is that her arm responds strong. That is a normal response. Once we find that, the next thing we need to determine is which organ or organs are being stressed. And how do we do that? We do that through what's called neurological reflexes. So this particular area right here is a known neurological reflex for the thyroid. So what I'm going to do is to see if there's stress in the thyroid is I'm going to touch this area. I'm actually going to press on her arm that was just strong and to see how her muscle responds. So as we press, as you can see, the arm responds in a weak fashion. What we've just determined is that her thyroid is stressed. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to be checking this area here is a known neurological reflex for the liver. So we're going to press on it and we're going to check to see how the muscle responds. As we press, what happens is her arm responds strong. What that indicates is that her liver is not stressed. So once we determine which organ or organs are stressed, then what we do is figure out is what's causing the stress. And that's where the homeopathic dilutions come from. So we have different items in these, there's vials in here, and that in this particular vial what we're going to do is place it on her body. In that particular box, what we have in there are what are called metal toxicities. It could be anything. Different examples would be mercury, aluminum, and lead. What we're going to do now is to see if what's in this box, which metal toxicities, is that causing stress in her thyroid. So we know right now as we touch this, the arm was weak. Now we're going to check and see what happens when we put this on. So when I touch this neurological reflex, we press on her arm and her arm remains weak. What that tells me is that the metal toxicity is not causing stress in her thyroid. The next thing we do is that we turn this over, and there's different homeopathic dilutions in there, and that represents chemical toxicities. Chemical toxicities can range anything from skincare products, pesticides, chlorine, even plastic. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to press on this neurological reflex of the thyroid, and we're going to check to see the response of her arm, and the arm responds weak. What that indicates is that that is not causing stress in her thyroid. We have other type of testers that we're using, and this represents food sensitivities. Food sensitivities could range anything from wheat, gluten, eggs, dairy products. So now we're going to check that and see if it's causing stress to the thyroid. So we know that the arm is responding weak when we touch here. Now we're ready to check the box, and then what happens is the arm responds weak, and what that means is, again, is that this is not causing stress to her thyroid, which is all good, by the way. Then we turn this over, and then what's on this side of the box is that these are the things that would cause immune challenges to the body. That would be opportunistic bacteria, fungi, parasites. So now we're going to check this. We know the arm is weak, and then now we put the box on, we check, and the arm remains weak. Again, what that means is that that is not causing stress to her thyroid. So now what do? we don't find any type of toxicity in the thyroid, then what that means is that we are looking for something that's going to give the thyroid nutrition. And what we use is going to be a company called Standard Process. In this particular bottle, there are no nutrients that would absolutely help the thyroid and give it some support. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it on the person, and we're going to muscle test and see if her muscle responds to it. Touch the thyroid. The arm was originally weak, now we press, and now the arm stays strong. It responds strongly. What that indicates is that this particular product, this whole food product that's in there, is going to give her support. So now, you're probably asking, how did your arm get strong when we put that product on there? The answer is that this is a whole food supplement. That means there's food in there, it's organically grown. That energetic signal is going to go through the bottle, which is glass, and glass is porous. So if it goes through there, what's going to happen is the muscle is going to actually pick that up and respond accordingly. So now once we know which organs are stressed, once we know what supplement that the person would actually need, what we do then is actually build an individualized, customized nutritional program for this particular individual. Since I've been actually using nutrition response testing in my office, I have seen such wonderful, miraculous results where I get patients that come from other particular type of healthcare practitioners, and we actually get them well where the other doctors did not. I am truly excited that I'm able to help people in a natural and safe way.